Wait, what do I have?
All right. Here we go. Ready?
I always get nervous when we're starting.
Don't get nervous.
Like we're presenting.
Ooh, I'm so nervous.
This is where it is.
I have goosebumps on my penis.
Cutting all that out. Welcome to the Zion and Anthony podcast. We have, it's not really a special guest because he's just been on the podcast a few times now. Josh Edwards. Woo!
Yippee!
Episode 15. This is, I thought we'd be much further by now, but due to technical difficulties with my nephew's mental state, these are fewer and far between. So we didn't, this podcast primarily has always been for movie reviews, and we will talk about some movies today, but we don't have an actual topic today. We don't have like a specific movie we're talking about. We're going to go over like some other stuff.
Because you don't watch enough movies.
We are going to talk about some movies and whatever, but we're just going to kind of let the conversation.
Why are you here?
He's filler, but we're
filler content.
We're just gonna go.
No, they're farming me for clicks. They're just using my looks.
Because he's so fucking hot.
Fucking Andrew Garfield over here.
Steve Harrington.
We're figuring this out, but we're just gonna have a good time. I got Zion here, which it's not always proven to be easy. But we're just gonna go. We're gonna riff. I got a couple. Let me get it started. I started off talking to Josh about it a little bit, but it's fun to get your take on this.
Oh, I'm excited.
So I mean, it is what it is. But so I had the idea for a company that what I want to do is I want to start a company that provides service to people who don't want to deal with customer service via phone, specifically to deal with customer service agents that English is not their first language. So like I've had to deal with so many issues with like flights and rental cars, insurance, cell phone, anything where you have to call and go, hey, I'm trying to figure this out. And then you get this, sorry to say, but it's mostly Indian people. I don't know if they're in this country or if they're out of the country, if it's being, like farmed out or whatever, but they have a really heavy accent. It's obvious Indian, so it's not like a racist thing. It's just an obvious Indian accent. And I have a difficult time dealing with them, but you're getting transferred from this person to that person. Nobody really knows what you're talking about. So what I want to do is I want to start a company where I have employees that speak in a accent that I speak in, and people like me that are trying to deal with stuff can hire my employees to do all customer service interactions with those people, and then just get back to them and be like, okay, got it.
So just translators?
It's not a translator. It's
like a customer service agent that works for you, like interacting with their customer service.
Or like Josh, when I said it to him, he was like, oh, it's kind of like a personal assistant, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, but maybe like a personal assistant is, more involved. So not quite there, but just somebody who just deals with phone calls. So you don't have to. Even
I think that'd be very useful.
But even if you didn't have to deal with, even if the person speaks English in a relatively understandable way, you don't have to go, oh, let me transfer you to this guy. Let me transfer. That, the employee, the guy that works for the company is going to do that for you.
Yeah.
So you just go, hey, Anthony, my flight was changed, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. Take care of it.
You do it.
And then our company does it, deals with all the customer service bullshit, and then just calls you back and speaks to you and goes, all right, got it, done.
Solved.
Here's your shit.
Yeah. So you just want someone to do all the bullshit for you.
All the
you don't
bullshit.
wanna do. I like that.
Phone call wise.
I said that there would be problems with that because the reason why you have a personal assistant that does that is it's someone that knows you well and that you can trust, who has access to all your information.
True. What if they fuck your shit up and you're on the wrong flight?
If you have like a customer service, like an agent working for you doing all this, well, maybe they'll sift through some of the bullshit for you, but they might not have the information on hand that they need to solve the problem, or they might give them the wrong information.
You're putting a lot of trust into someone you don't really know.
Yeah.
So your idea sucks. Next. No.
Right. It definitely has some problems with it, but I threw it out there.
No, I think you should
this
do
conversation
this.
format because I'm curious, especially because when we become like super fucking famous and like our podcast is watched by
like that you
millions.
said when and not if.
Like all these people are going to listen to this and go, "Oh my god, that's a good idea," and then maybe somebody will just fucking do it, and then we'll get like I'll get like a DM or something and be like, "Hey, by the way, I started this company," and then I can be like,
"Yeah,
sold. Where do I sign?"
Yeah. No, I like it. It sucks that there's a lot of ideas in the world that don't get done because people are just lazy.
Right.
I feel like there's a lot of people that have really dope ideas, but they just don't want to act on it.
I'm so good at like having like the initial spark of thought and going, "Oh my god, wouldn't it be cool if this happened?"
Yeah.
But then I just want to like tell it to the world, and hopefully someone does something.
That's my brother.
With it.
That's Juddy. He loves thinking like that.
Can you guys do something with that? Because like I really would like that to be.
I mean, you did the podcast. You always talked about this, and then you actually executed it,
Yeah,
and now we have one.
And now we have one. And
Proud of you.
and it's shit. You know, here's what's fucking like. This is my thing, right? So I got a couple buddies that do, you know, social media and YouTube and stuff. Like my one friend, he's got like
Shout them out. It's the right thing to do. You would want them to do.
Go with
that
Chris or Chris Travels. God damn it! I'll put it in the description of this YouTube video. But my partner at work, Chris Pessanon, he goes all over the world. He fucking travels all over the place, and he films all of it, and he posts on it. But he's got like, I want to say like 2,000 subscribers on YouTube.
What?
But even with his 2,000 subscribers,
Does he vlog?
yeah, and so he does. I want to say I might be quoting this wrong, so you know, forgive me, Chris, if I'm saying this wrong, but I think he was telling me that he makes roughly on it because he's monetized now, so he makes like
Because he has over 1,000 subs. Is it 1,000, Josh, where you can get monetized?
there's a couple different ways that you could do it.
I know they changed it.
You can get like a bunch of views on shorts or like a certain amount of
Me and
hours.
you started YouTube early, where we were actually able to get monetized. They
Yeah.
changed the rules. Did
There
you have
was-
money?
So yeah, it was PewDiePie's adpocalypse that was caused when he made that Fiverr video that put a stop to that. But
Oh wow, I didn't even.
you remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a really funny video. It was kind of worth it. But
PewDiePie days.
yeah, but no. So I actually made $11 off of YouTube.
I have $20 in
Bam.
my YouTube account still that I'm never gonna spend.
Right. So that's the goal here.
Yeah.
We're doing this because we want to get monetized.
We want money. We're doing this for the money.
We are doing this for the money.
Yeah, we don't care.
I also okay.
Shout out Chris though.
Shout out Chris. Again, I'll link his shit in there because I forgot. Forgive me. I forgot I think it's Chris Travels. Anyway, my partner is. This guy's all over the place. He's in Guatemala, Hawaii, Tulum, Ireland. Like on because we work 6 on, 6 off. On our 6 off, he's always. I think he's in the Philippines right now. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken. But follow that guy. He goes to a lot of cool places.
I want to go to the Philippines.
But the whole goal of this was not to get monetized. However, that's a byproduct that is welcomed. The goal of this was to get you here and hanging out with me, which is the point, and him here hanging out with me.
Steve Harrington.
We get to actually like interact and like have great conversations and get to know each other and have scheduled like specific times. So like in my life, I have all these people that I care about, all these people I love, all of our family. We're all family here. My aunts, my uncles, my cousins. And it always seems like the times that we get to hang out, the times that really mean something to me are like Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, stuff like that, right? A specific scheduled get together. Other than that, there's so many people in my life that I don't like specifically go hang out with, you know, often. So as I figured when I made this, I was like, oh, I make this. And then I have scheduled
It gives a reason
thing.
for people to hang out
Right.
too. No, I like that. Holidays, everyone's forced to hang out. I love that.
So it's also my thoughts on. So as everybody knows, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. I don't believe that prayer is a true thing. Like,
Wait, where'd this come from?
But no, wait, hold on. This goes with it. But I love prayer because
okay.
you know why? Because that creates a venue of when we all get together before a meal, like in our family anyway. Every time before any meal, we all, and when I say get together, not just like on my normal dinners or whatever, but
we
just
all share a quick
when we
kiss.
do Thanksgiving, birthdays, and all that stuff.
Yep.
We all get in a circle, and actually, I'm gonna put a little video here. I got a fucking. When we get together, we all hold hands, and then somebody.
I remember when you took that video at Thanksgiving.
You were there.
Yeah.
So like his dad,
I wasn't at the most recent
Uncle Randy, shout out Uncle Randy, or my mom or my Aunt Alicia or my grandfather will say a prayer over the meal. So the prayer itself, like I don't have like this thing where I'm like, oh, that's what they believe it is. What I think it is that moment where we all get to go pause and take a moment to go, I'm fucking thankful for this. Like,
God is good. God is great. Thank you, Jesus, for this plate. Amen.
I love you. I love you. I'm acknowledging this moment, and let's all get together. And so, everybody's mingling, everybody's doing their thing, but that's the moment that everybody goes, stop. Pay attention to this.
It hits.
Let's all hold hands, and you try to position yourself so that you can hold hands with the coolest person there.
Yes.
And then
that's not a thing, but okay.
No, I've done that.
But anyway, I think
you
I get sweaty hands, so I
squeeze
actually,
their
I
hands.
actually get nervous before that big prayer because I have really sweaty hands.
And you play that game where you try to see who can
Who could
their
squeeze
hand.
and make them laugh during the prayer?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be respecting the Lord, but we're trying to piss each
But
other
I
off.
do.
You're
I
missing
like
the point.
I like.
No, I get your point, but I'm not gonna lie. It's more anxious for me than for you. It's really a cute moment. For me, it makes me anxiety.
No, I like
gives
it.
my
I think
anxiety.
it's beautiful because everybody
Exactly.
like stops for that moment, and you get together. You can see pretty much your whole family in that one moment,
in
all
like
in a
one
circle.
snapshot, right?
You
You're
know?
just like,
Yeah.
look at
And everybody's looking
and we're all
around.
acknowledging the idea that we are one,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so and again, so not to get all religious or whatever, anything like that. I'm just saying that's like in that moment. So I was asked one time. My dad asked me one time because we hosted Thanksgiving, and my dad knows like my religious beliefs, and it was time to do the prayer before we were gonna have the meal. And my dad took me aside and he was like, "Hey man, are you cool with this?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." Like,
I can't even picture him doing that.
I would never scoff at tradition. Like, this is amazing. Like, I love this. It doesn't mean to me what it means to some people in a sense of like the definitional meaning of it. But I think we all understand what it means.
I mean, why would anybody get pissed off at that?
No, I think like
It's like, is this
I
gonna
think
piss you off?
his thought was like, I know you're like against religion in a sense, and I am, but I'm not against family. I'm not against togetherness. I'm not against community, and I'm actually pro that experience. So, like Josh was saying, I don't know if you were there for the Thanksgiving one,
Nope.
but like when everybody stopped to hold hands, I was like, I got to capture this. And I just I just stopped. Don't say the prayer yet. I went in the middle and I just took a quick video, like a panoramic video of like, oh, let me capture everybody who's here in this moment. I love this.
The atheist would be vlogging that moment.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
else is in the
Well,
moment.
actually, when I go, okay, hold on. And then I pull out my phone. I could see like most of the crowd was
Let me
like,
get this cringe shit
they-
on
they-
camera.
they were kind of like, oh, great. Here goes Anthony. Was fucking.
Yeah.
And I was like, no,
atheist arc.
trust me. And actually, I'll go. So I said in the moment, I was like, I'm not posting this. This isn't for my YouTube channel or anything. This is
Tag
for
me in
me.
that.
And I'm going against that because I'm actually going to put that right here. But anyway, so
We love family on this
we
podcast.
love family. We
keep it in the family.
we are pro family. Why did you giggle about that? I don't know.
Because he knows what I'm talking about.
But
Cut to a clip of
cut to a clip of that. Okay, so I got a couple other topics. Oh, geez, this one's Okay. Here's a. Maybe I'll skip that one.
What? No, come on.
Okay. All right. We might cut this one.
Let's see if I regret it. Let's see if I regret.
We might
asking.
cut this one because I know how people get so sensitive about this shit. Okay, so I had this thought. Okay, I'm gonna pose this to you and see your response. Okay, if you were a comedian traveling the country and maybe even internationally, and found yourself on a stage where the audience was predominantly black, so you
Next question.
Hold on. So you slip in a little bit of like kill whitey or like like just anti-white jokes, right? Because you're kind of filling the room, right? You're just like I said something that was a little anti-white because I saw all these black people, right? And I said a little funny thing against white people, and I got a huge reaction. You know?
By anti-white, do you mean like actually like an anti-white joke, or just like something like
just
a little
something
bit funny?
Right.
That,
Something
just
funny,
clarifying that, because
so like your humor is your humor, and maybe your humor is not even racist, but you kind of slipped in a little bit of like
Because you saw the audience?
because you saw
Just
the
like,
audience, right?
yeah.
And you're like, yeah, man, this white guy did this, and you got a huge reaction out of it,
Yeah.
and you were just like, all right. And then you, as a comedian, as a performer,
Yeah.
you just digged on that. You know, you fucking thrive on those reactions, and you're like, ooh, I'm gonna placate.
I think most
this
comedians
audience,
do
right?
that.
And so you're just like, oh, I'm gonna feed in. So you just kind of you feed into that a little bit.
Super performative.
Right? And so it's performative, and
Yeah.
you're just there for the reaction,
Yeah.
and you saw that reaction came, so you just kept doing it, right?
And then you go too far.
But do you play into that, or do you go, no, that's not, because I think what the thing is like, I think people think that comedians, when they're performing in a sense of like they're like, if I'm performing, the crowd might think that what I'm saying is actually my worldviews, when in actuality, my whole goal is just to get a laugh. So I'm just, whatever I'm going to make, whatever, I'll fill it out. And when it happens, I'm like, ooh, and then it feed into that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you do that? Would you do that? Or would you be like, no, I'm going to stay true to myself, and I don't want to like dog on white people just because black people think it's funny? Or would you?
It is funny.
I feel like you have to adapt to the room as a comedian in any room. I don't think you can always
Okay.
trust your script. I think sometimes you got to be like, okay, so this is the crowd today. All right, I'm going
This
to
is
try some
working.
shit.
This is
But if it
working.
doesn't work, try to go back to your material.
Well, this is why I've never done stand-up, and I would never do
I
stand-up,
want
because
to.
I will only say jokes that I personally think are funny.
And you
And
have
I
a shitty
don't-
sense of humor.
I don't like doing like crowd work, feeling out what they like.
That's
I
like my
just
friend
saying
Ekin.
what
Well,
I
it's
like.
not crowd
So-
work. It's working the crowd.
Yeah.
Crowd work in the sense is like I have no joke, but I'm really good at playing off of somebody's
Matt Rife.
Rife.
Yes.
Right? So like,
You saw Matt
hey,
Rife.
whoa, what do you do for a living? And then I'm gonna make fun of that.
Yeah. When you
right?
saw Matt Rife, did he do crowd work or did he do his
the
material?
whole show was crowd work.
Yeah, so he's, yeah.
The whole show was crowd
I
work.
want to
There
see
was
him.
nothing
I want to see him
prepared.
live. See if he does.
Oh, I take that back. Maybe I actually don't know, and I'm speaking to something I don't understand, so I'm just saying my own opinion. But
Yeah.
I think crowd work people maybe actually prepare. Maybe they do actually do a lot of like some of the comedians that prepare actual jokes and play them out, and then like crowd work guys, maybe they do play stuff out, but they do it in a sense of like, okay, what do I say if someone says they're a fucking IT guy?
Yeah.
And then that when they actually run into that, they go,
Yeah.
ooh, I got
Or like you said, like a black guy or a white guy.
I got a
like,
bit
okay,
for
if
that.
I see one, I got one ready.
I got a bit for that. But I don't know,
Pretty genius,
So I've
actually.
heard Jeff Dye.
No.
Okay, Jeff Dye is a comedian. He's a hilarious comedian. Actually, he's kind of blowing up lately. But anyway, he's had a couple interviews on talk shows and podcasts or whatever where he's dogged on the idea of crowd work. He's like that's lazy. That's a comedian that just goes with nothing prepared. He's not writing jokes. He's not like creating a performance and then going out and performing.
I hate
it.
when comedians trash.
But
comedic
he
styles.
also acknowledges the idea that crowd work is difficult. It is a
Hard.
skill set.
Yeah.
But it is.
You got to be naturally funny.
It's a different thing. It's not like that person is not like creating material, performing the material.
They're not like writing jokes.
You know, and so the whole crowd work thing is, but to perform specifically to an audience because you're in another area, you know, let's say you're in Atlanta, right? And you're fucking Zion Montalvo with your fucking highlights in your hair, and you make a joke about, look at me, I'm a fucking white boy, blah, 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 blah. And they all laugh. And you're like, ooh, okay, hold on.
I'm gay.
Let me dog on white people because it's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a comedian could get too excited and take it too far, and then it's just like not funny.
But it's because getting that laugh is all that matters at that point, right?
Yes.
So it has nothing to
Okay,
do.
but what about? Do you think there's a line in
Well,
comedy?
that's what I'm saying. So it's like at that point, there's no the laugh is all that matters. And so inside of you, you're not a racist. You don't have these aren't your actual opinions. You're just like, oh, what's gonna make this crowd laugh? And to be fair, like crowds are different than an individual.
Yeah.
So like I can make an individual laugh without doing anything, but when you get people in groups,
and a majority of people found that funny.
and
Yeah.
and then so you're like, oh, great, okay.
Yeah, this
So
is
now,
funny
now that you said that, so now here's my punchline to that. Okay, so now let's fast forward. Now you're in another day. You're still on the tour, but you're in another location, and you're in a very, very white and very racist area of the country. And
Now
you
I
could
see where
tell,
you
and
wanna
you
cut
could tell that these people are just gonna eat up fucking racist jokes.
Yes.
Do you placate that audience? So my answer's no.
Are you like kind of selling your soul? Like, are you kind of saying stuff that you don't even find funny, but you're just saying it because they find it funny? Because that's when I feel like you're losing yourself.
So I guess
And I don't like
the
that.
reason why I'm juxtaposing these two, scenarios is that I feel like, for me, if I was in front of a crowd of black people and I was making jokes about white and Mexican people and they were eating it up, I feel totally fine doing that. But
The
if
jokes
I get,
just have to be funny.
but
they
but
just
in
better be funny,
but
not
in that
cheap.
moment, I'm just doing it to get the laugh.
Yeah, you're not.
I don't
actually
really
racist.
believe it. I don't actually think it. But because I'm getting that
You're reading the
laugh.
room. You're reading the room. You're reading the room.
But if I put myself on a stage that's all white people, and I say a joke, and I'm not gonna say a joke, like a racist joke against like Mexicans or black people just to get a laugh out of them.
Yeah.
But if I said something and then it did get a laugh, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm not. You know what? Let me go back to some poop and fart jokes. Like, this does not feel good. So that, in a sense, what I'm saying is, to me, that's crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy because I feel that way. I feel that I'm okay trashing white people.
You're okay with being racist for a day.
I'm okay with being not being racist at all. But
It's
I'm
kind of like you're hanging out with racists.
no. I'm okay with making non-white people laugh about white people. I'm not okay with making white people laugh
Correct.
about non-white people.
I'm with you. Yeah.
So I would say the line is you shouldn't actually be worried about whether something is funny or not. I think what is funny is situational. It depends on the person. There's no actual line for comedy. Anything can be funny, but
Everything's funny.
what I think is
I used to feel like that. Now I think
whenever
there's a line.
you say anything, whether it's a joke or not, you need to be willing to deal with the consequences of saying that joke.
That's true.
And so
Well said, Joshy, Stevie.
the problem is we know that we're gonna be fine if we joke about white people. Nothing's bad's gonna happen to us. We are white people, you know.
Speak for yourself.
So, come on, you're basically there. You're basically there.
Yeah. A little bit of
Um,
Asian.
And we know probably it would put us in some hot water if we went the other direction. if we
Right.
if we applied that same thinking to non-white people.
So that's my point. Is I think that we are not the panel of people of authority to talk about this. So much as that, why I even brought it up, because I think it's hilarious that, like, you know, we're like, I mean, you're Puerto Rican, Mexican, and white. You're just fucking white.
All my friends are black.
I'm Mexican and white. Actually, all your best friends are fucking black. So we're not the authority on to speak on anything racist or anything.
Except for me, because my friends are black.
The reason why I even brought this up is because when I was watching something where they were talking about this specific topic, where they were like, yeah, it's cool to, it doesn't matter what race you are. You can go to a black crowd in like Atlanta and make jokes about white people and they just eat it up. But you can't do that same thing if you were to go to somewhere where it was predominantly white and make jokes about blacks because it's like, now you're racist, but it's the same thing.
It's kind of, that's kind of how it should work. I think white people, we deserve to be racist to white people. White people suck, but black
white people wait, hold on.
What? Wait.
White people deserve to be racist to
no.
white people?
Black people deserve to be racist towards white people. White people don't deserve to be racist towards
I don't think anybody deserves to be racist to anybody.
I think so.
Period.
I think don't be racist to black people. They've been through too
Don't
much.
be racist to anybody.
I know everyone has their own like story and been through stuff, but white people, they should be able to take a fucking joke. You're white.
So when I actually originally wrote this down to like bring it up as a topic, I actually didn't think about the consequences of how far this conversation would go.
Yeah.
So I for sure know we are not the panel to be talking about
Don't be racist to black people.
what's racist and what's not.
That's my take.
But it's funny because I could take like an idea and go, this broad idea, I think it's crazy. But at the same time, I acknowledge all of the cultural fucking, that's a woman's sweater, by the way. I can acknowledge that it's like it's an emotionally charged cultural deal that you just don't even speak about it anyway. But one of the things that we talked about in the beginning of even starting this podcast was I definitely wanted to have conversations about stuff that we shouldn't be speaking about.
We didn't say anything bad.
Right.
Why are you doing like a whole like tiptoeing shit?
I do. I got to tiptoe. I will tell you this.
But I don't think we said anything bad.
I tiptoe because.
Well, you know what? You're being a good person.
I never say something that I don't think. I never say something that. And then when I reflect on like how my true feelings are, I kind of go, no, I don't. I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like, so if I say something or I've asked a question or I pose like a topic and I go, hey, I'm curious about this. What do you think about this? And someone goes, oh, well, that topic's racist. Topics aren't racist. Topics are interesting. Topics are conversation. Like, I think it's interesting. But, what's funny is, so I was telling this story to somebody recently. It's going to seem like I'm off topic, but you'll get where I'm going when I get to the end of it. So when I was a kid, I was, I want to say third grade, fourth grade. Anyway, we were kind of we didn't have a lot of money when we were kids. And so I didn't know it though. I always thought
broke ass.
As a kid, I always thought I just had everything I needed, right? Never knew I was broke until I grew up and then looked back and my parents would describe to me like, oh man, we were struggling. I didn't know it as a kid. I always had everything I needed. But I never really went and got like the best top of the line tennis shoes. But I thought that was normal to not go get those fucking $300 tennis shoes or whatever the fuck it was, right? Like you get whatever, the Pro Wings and shit at Payless.
And then you'd be jealous of the kid who has the really cool
I
shoes.
would.
Yeah.
But it was like, yeah, whatever. That's not me. But I remember one.
I didn't know that there were like shoes that were different from other shoes. I just had the shoes that I had.
Josh was pulling up in the Skechers.
What's wrong with Skechers?
Nothing.
Skechers
suck.
Okay, back to my story.
I wish I could be like, wear whatever you
think
want.
I
Don't
did.
fucking wear Skechers. They are
So,
ugly as fuck.
I think I did have Skechers actually.
Cut to a clip, please.
So here's the
You would have Skechers.
here's the rub of the story.
Wait, did the Skechers glow up?
Oh,
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, Josh still wears light up shoes.
Twinkle toes.
By the way,
These are Adidas. These are nice.
No, so when I was a kid, I believe I was in 3rd or 4th grade. But anyway, my dad, I don't know if he got like a bonus or somehow, some way, he took me to get like really good shoes one year at the Vans. There was a Vans store down in Pomona. Actually, I think it was an outlet store, so maybe he didn't even spend a bunch of money. But either way, I got to go to this like fucking shoe store to pick out like a badass pair of shoes. And I picked out what I thought were like the coolest shoes there because they had like all kinds of graffiti around them, right? It was a pair of Vans that had graffiti all over them. And I was super stoked about them.
The
like,
things we think are cool when we're
dude,
little.
I was like, these are all my friends are going to be jealous, right? I showed up to school, and the first thing that the first kid said.
You got bullied.
First thing the first kid said, he looked at him, like the first kid that saw him. I don't remember the kid, but he looked at him and he goes, "Oh, what are you, fucking gay?" And I went, "Wait, what?" I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, "Yeah, you fucking gay. You got fucking pink shoes." And I looked down and they were mostly pink, but it was like all like graffiti, right? So it was like red and pink and all other tones, but there was pink in them. And
Did you barely notice the pink when
I didn't really notice the pink. I just noticed the graffiti, like that.
Like, oh, these are kind of
Yeah,
gay.
these are. And he goes, "Yeah, you fucking, you're gay. You got fucking pink shoes." And I was like, "What the fuck? Am I gay?" Like, this is,
Wait, you actually questioned it? 'Cause
Epiphany.
yeah, I didn't
went
know.
home.
And so I went home that day and I told my dad and I go, "Hey, Dad, like this kid told me I was gay because I had these shoes."
So I'm gay now,
and
I guess.
And I was so young and it's so long ago that I don't know verbatim, but this is the story I imagine, and I think it's pretty close to accurate. But what my dad said was, he was like, "All right, well, let me ask you something, son. Like, what do you think about like when you see another dude?" It's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, "Yeah, when you look at a guy, how does it make you feel?" I was like, "I don't know the fuck are you." Oh, obviously I didn't curse, but I was like, "What are you talking about?" You know? And he was like, "All right, well, let me ask you this: what do you like that little girl in your class? Like, what do you think about when you look at her?" And I kind of had one of those like, well, you know. And he was like, "There you go." He's like, "That's it." Like,
Yeah. It would have been funny if he asked you about a
he's
guy
like-
and you did
he's
that
like,
for the guy.
It's not about what you wear. It's not about what you say. It's not about how
Yes.
you act.
Yes.
Are you attracted to men or are you attracted to girls? If you like dudes, you're gay. If you like girls, you're not.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So all the other nuance to it is it's just noise. Like, don't worry about it.
There's also
And-
nothing wrong with being gay.
No, but my point is that yes, no, you're
Wear all the pink shoes you want, kids.
No,
you might get called gay, but own it.
you're right. There is nothing wrong with being gay.
That shouldn't even be a
But-
diss.
No, but the point is that especially I'm 46. So we're talking
Yeah.
about the 80s here, right? So in the 80s,
That was a bigger deal then, right?
it was. I thought it was a profound moment in my life that carried on to this day, where it translates into the whole like racist talk, right?
No, yeah.
So there's a lot of times where I'll say something or I'll mention something or we'll have a conversation or I'll make a joke and someone will say, "Oh, you're racist."
Yeah.
It really is as simple as that. It's as simple as that whole talk that my dad had with me where he was like, "Hey, you're either this or you're that." So it's
like, do you actually hate black people? No, I don't.
right.
So you're
it's-
not racist.
So if I make a joke or if I say something or if I do something and they're like, "Hey, you're racist," and then you go, "Wait, am I racist?" So
No, I agree.
don't question yourself just because some douchebag is like wanting to like fucking, I think what happens a lot of times is people are, because I'll tell you this, in my experience, and it could be different for everybody else, I could be all alone in this, but in my experience,
Yeah.
the people that have ever told me that I'm racist, which is not true, I'm not at all, but the people who have ever threatened me with that or said that to me has never been anybody of non-white. Like, it's always been white people like, "Oh, no, don't do that, you're racist." All my black friends, all my Mexican family, all of my Filipino friends, anybody that's not white, everybody that I know that I'm close with, have never accused me of being racist or been like, oh, that's racist. Everybody's ever said that. It's always been like a white person that it feels anyway. I could be wrong, but it feels that those people are like in a sense, like trying to prove that they're not racist.
Yeah,
like, oh no, I'm. Let me just show you how not racist I am by calling out
that racist,
your bullshit.
You know, I've always thought like that since I was.
And I'm like, well, but usually when someone calls,
this is very relatable.
When someo's like, oh, don't do that, it's racist. It's like, well, hold on, no, we weren't. That wasn't even racist. I was just.
Yeah.
We were just talking about something, you know, and then almost always that same exact conversation, those same exact things that I say it in front of Mexican, Filipino, Chinese, fucking black people, whatever. Never the reaction I get from them is always what I was saying that was meant to be humorous was humorous. Yeah. You know, like, oh, that, you know, and then I've never been called out by another race. It's always been somebody that I feel is always like trying to prove.
I feel like the more sensitive we get as a generation, we get more performative. There's a lot of people who are like, that's racist, you can't say that, but it's like, guys, we could also still have fun, like.
Right.
I think there's two ways to look at it. I think on the one hand, the
this
easiest
is where Josh gets racist.
The easiest way to tell like how someone really feels about you is if they're completely comfortable telling you whatever, you know.
Yes.
Whatever kind of joke, whatever, because they know that it's mutually known between you two that, you know, you're friends, you like each other. There's never going to be any like actual ill will, like this is just purely a joke. So you know that in the context of the relationship. But I think some other people kind of look at it from kind of a systemic perspective, and they go, well, maybe you're not trying to be racist and you're not racist in your heart, but you're kind of feeding into kind of like at like a social level, something that they feel is oppressive when you are saying these jokes. So, and I don't know if I agree with that. I'm just saying that's kind of what the other perspective is.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, that was a great point. It was really well said.
Like, because I know I've been told by many people that, like, I say things, and yeah, maybe I think it's funny, but the people around me, like, don't think it's funny.
Yeah.
Right.
So regardless,
you also got to read the room in that.
Yeah,
sense.
like even if they're like, "Oh, that's racist," don't say that, and then I'm like, "I'm not racist."
No, you don't want to be that guy.
But maybe I'm still.
You want to
like
just change the subject.
Maybe I'm even actually playing into something bigger that I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not acknowledging.
Yeah.
And creating more of a problem.
I mean, it goes back to what you said earlier when you were like, if you're going to say something risky, you got to be willing to accept the consequences.
Or you got to know how to fight.
So, or that.
Which
so, like,
I don't.
Me either. I don't think anyone on this podcast knows how to fight,
oh,
but we know how to
man.
talk.
No.
I would de-escalate. It would never get to that point.
We all know how to fight. We all. You know.
But yeah, if you say
we're gonna say racist jokes and then we're gonna kill you.
That's getting cut out.
You went from such a good boy to like.
Or that's getting
asshole.
clipped and put into a short.
Yes.
Everybody's
No
gonna
context.
watch our no context. No.
But yeah, if you say something fucked up and someone gets offended by it, you have to be willing to just accept that. Don't be that guy. What do you mean? That guy sucks. Just move on.
You're
just
right.
be like, all right, my bad.
I am that guy, and I don't do the whole like
Fez from that '70s show. Screw you, that's funny.
Yeah, like I don't go like, oh, how dare you? I'm gonna continue. I read the room. If someone's like, hey, that was out of line, I back off.
Yeah,
and I'll go. Oh, dude,
well, what Tom Segura does, if he says like a joke's not working, he said he'll try it again and again and again at a few shows, and if it's constantly not landing, he goes, okay, this one's not funny.
Tom Segura, one of my favorite comedians.
I think my favorite.
That's
comedian.
what the theme of this podcast is. It's comedy. It's comedian. I would love to be a stand-up comedian. I don't think I have the wherewithal.
I want you to go on Kill Tony.
I would love to. Dude,
that would be awesome.
Just so everybody knows.
You've heard of Kill Tony?
Yeah.
Holy shit, Josh.
I have
I don't know anyone that.
I have about 50 minutes of fucking stand-up material that I could do for sure. I could do a minute. I could do 20 minutes. I don't know that it'll ever land. I don't know that it'll ever.
Tony is ruthless.
But I always hear like these stories of all these comedians. I hear about like
it would be really funny.
Dude, Seinfeld, probably one of the most iconic comedians, right? he talks about bombing. Like Tom Segura talks about bombing. Bert Kreischer talks
Your
about
favorite
bombing.
comedian is bomb.
Joe Rogan talks about bombing. These people, these comedians that
part of
just,
the process.
they talk about bombing, and I'm like, well, I don't think any of my jokes will work. I don't think I'll do good. But maybe I need to get out there and just bomb.
Yeah.
And not
That's
do
life.
good.
Get out there and bomb.
So I really kind of
Go get rejected by girls.
You know one thing that
Don't take no for an answer. If the girl says no, keep fucking trying.
so
One of them will budge.
just keep telling my wife.
Not
Oh, wait, yeah.
not the same one. Different ones.
You know what's funny is one comedian, one of my favorite comedians, Ricky Gervais. I fucking love that guy.
Damn, I never heard of him.
But one of the
You haven't heard of Ricky
no,
Gervais?
I'm probably lame as
Yeah,
fuck.
you have.
If you showed me a clip,
yes,
maybe, but
you've
that name
seen
doesn't.
that guy. Yes, you've
When
seen
I heard
that
Rick, I
guy.
thought you were gonna say Rick Glassman. That's
no
my guy.
Ricky Gervais. He's the one that went and trashed everybody on the Golden Globes, where he's like,
the Oscars
"Come
that
up,
one year, remember?
accept your award, thank your God, and get the fuck off the
Is he
stage."
British?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I do know him.
Yeah.
He's in movies.
He's been in. Have you ever seen that?
Is he in A Nightmare at the Museum?
Yes.
Night at the Museum.
Yes, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Holy shit, good
Yeah.
shit, Zai.
So anyway, there was this one interview where somebody was talking to him, and it was another comedian. There's all these interviews where comedians are talking about bombing and how it's part of the process. You have to, right? And then they're talking to one of them. They're talking about Ricky Gervais, and he's like, "Here's the problem. I never had that because before I actually went on stage, I was already famous. So when I went on stage to perform, these people already knew me. I was already established.
Yeah.
So when I killed from day one. I'm like, I'm so fucking jealous of that.
Yeah.
I relate that to this. I'm so jealous of all the fucking Tom Seguras, Joe Rogans, all these. Well, maybe not Joe Rogan, but there's so many podcasts out there that are started by established, famous people, whether they're comedians, actors, musicians, whatever, and they start podcasts. They already have a fucking following. They just go, all right, they do what we do. They go, all right, we'll just buy the equipment and fucking set it up and just started fucking bullshitting. But they already had a fucking, you know what I mean? So they literally went, upload, billions. I mean, I'm exaggerating, right? But hundreds of thousands immediate, like day one, they had like 100,000 views, like day one. Like, so they don't understand the plight of the fucking like content creator that's out there just trying to establish himself from a non-famous genesis, you know? Like, oh, the beginning of my career was
Awesome.
I did this.
Yeah, and then it worked.
And we had I think our biggest podcast had 100 views, maybe 110. And then if you look at the time, it shows you how much time the average watch time of those 100 people is like on a 3-hour podcast is like
seconds.
1 minute or 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, Jesus Christ, like, so nobody's watching our shit, which is even better because we just talked about a whole bunch of racist shit. Not many people are gonna watch.
We
this.
really didn't though.
No, I'm saying it was the topic of racism. Like it's gonna get flagged. People, holy fuck, you know people are gonna take it out. Oh, I'll give you even like another one. That's gonna maybe be controversial, but
Chug, don't be a bitch. Chug, get drunk on camera. Make this podcast awesome. Go on then.
So like the whole
Good shit. John.
I'm not taking a political view here.
He's actually fucking chugging.
I'm not taking a political view, and I'm not taking a stance, and I'm not like trying to think. All I'm stating is something I witnessed. Charlie Kirk. When Charlie Kirk got murdered on fucking camera, and everybody saw it.
Can you warn us before you bring up subjects on this podcast? Like, say you're gonna do this because now I'm live on camera. I have to make sure I react right when you say that name.
I'm honestly it just coming to my head right now, but I think it relates. Is that
I would have preferred anything else?
No, it's not about Charlie Kirk, but it essentially is about
my posture.
No, it's about so when that happened, I started seeing this flood because I'm all over the place, right? And I have multiple accounts that have different algorithms, but I got flooded with opposing views of that individual, right? So obviously it's tragic. I thought it was so shitty. I condemn it totally.
Yeah.
But like the guy got murdered, right? And everybody saw it was public.
Yeah.
But what followed was this rhetoric of like people trying to make him out to be a really good guy. And then there was a whole school of thought of people trying to make him out to be a bad guy. Here's the problem with that, is that every person that was making him out to be a bad guy, they were taking clips and cutting them so that the thing that they wanted to portray him as, they were like, oh, look, he's a racist. And then they would go, and they put this clip.
That's the internet.
Then you take that clip and you search it and you find that clip.
Yeah, then that's your
And
source.
then you watch the full clip and you see that what he was actually saying wasn't racist or wasn't evil or wasn't mean, right?
Yeah,
and so I took that, I reversed that and go, all the people that were like, oh, look at what he said, and they were trying to make him out to be a good guy. And then I watched those clips in their entirety, and I was like, okay, so everybody who was trying to make him out to be a good guy that were like just honestly going, look at what he said about this. Then you watch that full clip, and it was like, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Then you watch all the clips that people were trying to make him out to be a bad guy. And you took that clip, and then you watch it in its entirety, and you were like, oh, when you watch it in entirety, it's not what they were showing. Mm-hmm. So I'm not taking a side on whether Charlie Kirk was a good or a bad person.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
What I'm saying is that what I saw that followed his murder was a rhetoric that was obviously manipulated on one side only. The other side wasn't manipulative. It was like, oh, look, this guy did this cool thing. You look at it, you're like, oh, yeah, he did do that. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, oh, this guy did this bad thing. And then you look at it, you're like, no, that was wrong. That was an inaccurate portrayal of what you're trying to represent. So there's always going to be that. So in this, what we're doing right now is someone just took a clip and went, okay, just cut it here and cut it here, and then put that out there and said, look, Anthony's a dick. He said this thing.
And people form opinions off of clips.
We could definitely do it with some of the shit he said.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that clip from earlier
before
we start. And be like, look, but see, I think it's...
I feel like I sold that as a joke, though. That was definitely a joke.
Josh, that's what I'm saying. It's like people are idiots, though.
That's true.
It's kind of like what you're saying, I think. You're kind of getting at people are idiots, and they're going to do what they're going to do.
Well,
I don't like anyone that forms an opinion off of a TikTok clip. I hate that.
Or you go, okay, this is a TikTok clip of...
do your research before forming an opinion
on anything. For example, if someone posted something on TikTok that was stolen from our podcast and went, look what Zion said.
Yeah. And I was fuck, I didn't say that. I said this.
And I saw that. If I don't research and go, oh, let me go look at the full episode. Before I go, Zion's a dick.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm kind of...
This is what you did with Jesus.
I did it with Jesus?
You formed you did research and then you changed your opinion.
About Jesus?
Yeah, right? Isn't that literally what you did? You did research on God and then you became an atheist. Before that, you were a Christian before the research, no?
Yeah, I definitely...
Wait, were you ever a Christian?
I claim to be.
Okay.
Most of my life, but it was because...
My goal is to make him a born-again Christian.
That's what I was told. I was told I was a Christian. You know, there's no... there's no Christian...
I could edit that and make him say I was a Christian.
See, now we can tell he's getting drunk.
Yeah, there's no Christian babies. There's no Muslim babies. There's no atheist babies. Babies don't have beliefs. They're taught those beliefs.
I had beliefs when I was a baby.
No, you didn't.
I think I did. Or maybe not.
You had no beliefs.
You guys remember when you were babies?
Babies don't have beliefs. You don't remember when you're a baby.
According to Nana, she remembers when she was a baby.
She's... Maybe... I think...
That's your mother.
Everybody that I've ever spoken to, which is a very small reference in comparison to the whole world, but everybody I've ever spoken to, the earliest... The person that told me the earliest was two years old.
Dude, I can't even remember 12.
I think you gain consciousness at 4. You're just 4 one day. You're playing with blocks or something, and it's like, and then the entire weight of the world comes onto your shoulders, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can reason, I can make opinions. And
could be.
Oh, you just got me so excited.
Yeah,
I really like the way you said that.
What's your earliest memory? How old are you?
So I have weird memories from when I was like really, really young. Like, I just remember...
How old were you, do you think? What's the earliest?
I don't know.
Dead air. Shut up.
My earliest memories are really bad ones. I wanted to talk like you. Like
What's
excited.
your earliest memory? How
It's a
old
bad
were you?
one.
No,
My-
how old were you?
6.
Again,
It's weird that my earliest
for
memory
me-
is only bad ones.
For me, it's 6. If you got earlier than 6, my mom, who you're referencing, she claims 2.
Yeah, that's insane.
But
Maybe she's a superhero.
that's the earliest I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So what we can say based off of all the data I've collected in my life is that I don't think anybody has any memory earlier than 2. Hey,
No, I think I remember.
if
when
you
I
have
was
a
2.
memory earlier than 2, put it in the comments, please. We know you're lying,
I think it's because
but
atheists
put it
get
anyway.
memory later, but Christians get memories earlier.
Atheists don't actually have souls.
We don't.
You weren't excited when you said that one. Every time you talk in the mic, I want you to do the
No,
thing you did earlier.
Okay, so I didn't want to explain this. I think I was like 2. The earliest memory is like just a shocking visual that just stuck with me. But I just remember seeing like my diaper, and
Ooh,
it
he
was
remembers
it
diapers.
was
This
it
is
was
not
it-
good.
just incredibly disgusting. I remember a specific
I don't
visual.
remember wearing diapers ever.
I remember,
I remember
seeing
trying
a,
on like underwear.
I remember seeing a diaper that was just incredibly disgusting. I won't go more detailed than that. But I do think I was
One
like
day,
2 when that
we're not
happened.
podcasting, I do want to tell you
I
my
can-
earliest dark memory.
I can cut this out. I don't know whether it's embarrassing or not for you, but you breastfed pretty late.
so did my brother.
You don't have to cut that out.
Yeah, you don't
I
have to
think
cut that
that
out. You
just
like
that
titties.
just yeah, that just tells you I'm a mama's boy. That tells you that
Any
I love women. You know.
likes that.
Do you remember breastfeeding?
No, I don't. at
Okay,
all.
then your earliest memory.
I remember
is-
breastfeeding like recently.
Wait,
I mean-
what? Wait, what? Hold on,
Dude,
let me
that
call,
would be
Let me call
hot.
my sister.
I remember.
That's kind of one of my fetishes, to be honest with you.
Me too. I meant to say I remembered that thought recently.
Yeah, this just got weird.
Oh. Girls like that. I went to a club recently.
Explain further.
Girls like when you like suck on and try to get milk.
Try to get milk?
Mommy time, milk time. All right, next subject.
No, let's dive deeper. This
You've
is-
never sucked on a girl's titties and like the girl was saying stuff like "get the milk."
No.
You never made it your goal and your mission to get milk out of the titty at an adult age.
So just so
How
you-
could that-
just
how
to,
could that
just to,
happen,
Just
though?
to remind
Maybe.
you, I have 4 kids, which means
Yeah.
I was with women who were
Ugh,
breastfeeding.
I can't say stuff because the fucking camera.
You could say all
No,
you
like I
want.
would if I didn't like have someone in my life, like a partner. I can't say stuff. Fuck.
Wait, so you can't be you because
I can be me, but me is bad.
oh, you is bad.
Me is bad.
And so but you're afraid that your girl would have an issue
I don't
with
think
it.
she'll watch this podcast. It's up to you if you want to cut.
Yeah,
this.
but no, it's not to me. It's gonna go in, and
Okay.
she's gonna hear it,
No.
and I'm gonna send it
You're
to
gonna
her,
send her the
Dude,
via
directions.
text.
you never poured me my Jameson. You
Thank
never
you,
poured
John.
me my goddamn Jameson.
Josh
Change
said-
subject.
God damn it.
Point is, every man has sucked to some titties and tried to get milk out of there.
I'm in the
I think
mess.
you poured me enough.
I sorry.
Thank you.
Hey, what was that?
I sorry. That was my Indian.
Yeah. Get your personal assistant.
Okay, look, we'll change subjects. I have a couple other ones here.
Mommy's
Okay.
milk. Mommy's milk.
Here's one.
Like I would be in there like Homelander. I would.
Okay, I got one.
There
I
we
would
go.
go full
Homelander. He
Homelander.
likes the like mommy issues. I think
Okay.
when you breastfeed late, you become Homelander.
Did you
Remember-
know?
Do you
oh,
remember what that?
Yeah, he's like obsessed with, and he's like laying on the couch, and he's
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
Remember that?
That's not weird, Noni.
That's
What's
fucking
what's her
weird.
name? Firecracker took drugs so that she would produce milk.
Yeah,
yes.
fucking weird.
Don't
It's fucking weird. You guys are fucking weird.
I want to know what's weird to you, or what's not weird to you.
What's not weird?
Dude.
Yeah. Like you're judging. You're kind of judging us.
Super judging.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah.
I wouldn't judge you. Say something that you
Yeah, you're
think
kind of
should be
king shaming
judged.
us, and it's
You
really
should be ashamed.
Let's do the
fucked
try
up.
not to judge us challenge. Everyone say something bad and see if we can judge.
Well, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, because I told him this earlier. It was just kind of this is a
That shirt is awesome. I used to wear shirts like that in middle school all the time. I paused
Dude,
my game
I
to
wore
be here.
Dude, I wore the shirt to the club one time.
Everyone loved it, huh?
It was
Dude,
amazing.
those shirts are sick.
A girl came up. She was like, "Can I just take a picture of you?" Because I was wearing my trench coat. She had no idea what it said.
You're
she was
wearing
like,
a
"Oh,
trench coat?
can you
At the
like
club?
can you open up the trench coat like a little bit, like just give it like some of that flair?"
Yeah.
I open it up. They had no idea what it said. Definitely, because like she's taking a picture of me. We're both all excited, and my shirt is wake up, play video games, eat breakfast, play video
suck
games.
on mommy's milk. God, I
Yeah.
love that shirt.
It says suck on mommy's milk. Oh, fucking, you fucking guy. This is one. Okay, this
I'm having
doesn't
fun.
this doesn't need further conversation. I just wanted to point this out to you because I thought it was interesting. I pointed out to Josh earlier. But you remember we did the one battle after another episode?
And was the mic audio good on that one or no?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
No, that was when
the
we
shit
had the
one.
camera
Yeah, that was the
audio.
shit one. That was the
Whatever. But do you remember we did that and then we
Yeah.
talked about the whole concept of the VistaVision? Did you know
I want to see it.
that? Oh God, this is now it's become weird. Did we
Don't
get-
judge.
Yeah, it's just totally weird. Did you know that at the end of the
It's nothing to do with your
It-
hands. By
it-
the way, I'm just not hungry.
at the end of the
I'd
movie?
suck your fingers if you want me to prove to you.
No, let's get out of my.
Don't wipe it. Good boy.
Did you
Your
know?
turn. Okay. Go.
Did you know that in the credits, Giovanni Ribisi was given a special thanks in the credits?
I did see it. In the
Do you
credits.
know why?
He made the Vista?
He rebuilt and fucking maintained. He was
The
obsessed.
Vista Theater?
The Vista Vision cameras.
That's fucking sick.
So he was obsessed with VistaVision.
I love the Vista Theater. I've been there
and
several times.
he
Shout out.
he would go, he went and collected a bunch of them and refurbished them and rebuilt them and
I
maintained
love film
them
facts like this. This is your best.
so that because he was obsessed with that concept of that camera, and then when they did one battle after another and the director was all excited about it,
Yeah.
Giovanni Ribisi was a big part in providing those cameras.
Shout out Giovanni for his opinion.
Yeah, so he was had nothing to do with the film, but he had to do with the cameras. and
That's
they-
fucking fire, and he got credit on
In
a
the yeah.
sick ass movie.
in the credits. So it was pretty cool.
That's fire.
Okay, now
I'm so
And
stoked.
he told me earlier, and I was like, I don't know who that guy is.
Josh can't be on the podcast anymore.
You're fired.
I'm totally fired.
Would you ever fire me?
What? Yes.
What would I have to do to get fired?
Well, you're not paid, so I can't really fire you.
When we get paid, what will make me get fired? I'm just curious. I was actually thinking about this the other day. I was like, if we make it,
if
because
you
this was like your idea, really.
if you ever
If I just like don't show up.
if you try to get milk out of my titties, we would have an issue.
I'm getting
I
fired.
might have to fire you.
I'm getting fired.
Here, I got another one. Okay. In Back to the Future, Marty McFly goes in the past and plays Chuck Berry's song at the high school dance. Marvin Berry calls his brother Chuck Berry and says, "You know that new sound you're looking for? Well, listen to this." So Chuck Berry hears the song, then he performs the song, and then in the future, and that's where Marty McFly hears the song, but neither one of them would have written the song, so the song itself was never actually written. It just exists in a time loop.
No, so
Movie
this
trivia,
is
baby.
this all time travel is inherently paradoxical. If you adjust anything in the timeline, actually you create a situation where you would never have had a reason to adjust anything in the timeline. So one way around this is like doing what they did in Infinity War, like creating alternate universes as opposed to actual time travel. It just creates a multiverse.
Yeah.
Or another way around this
And the
is you have a
Dexterous
device
paradox
that sort of,
co-races.
in this world, we can kind of imagine this is a device that stabilizes the timeline, prevents paradoxes from happening. So in that world of Back to the Future, that is what the flux capacitor does.
Flex capacitor.
You know
Did you see
what?
Stranger Things season 5 yet?
I have not.
Aw.
No, I started watching it. Dude, the dialogue was so cringe. I was like, I don't even feel like watching this right now.
What are you doing? This is your, this is
I'm
your
not even
worst
gonna
take.
lie.
No.
Dude, anyone who thinks the
Dude,
dialogue
I
is bad in
just-
Stranger
I got
Things
to,
season
like-
5, that's the point. It's an 80s corny, goofy show sometimes. You're supposed to enjoy
I know,
it.
but like I was like, I
You
just
didn't
saw
like when
that.
Mike walked in and went,
I saw
this
that-
nerd needs to go back to whatever he said. I love that shit.
I just like. It was that scene where they're at the lockers.
That's what I was about to say. That's where Mike comes out and says like the coolest shit ever. He's like, remind this geek that we're gonna. I love it's supposed to be nerdy. Josh, it's supposed to be
And
like
I was
Disney Channel-y.
like, I get it. I get what they're going for, but I'm like, this is just too much for me right now. I just need something.
Me and my
serious.
brother are like the only ones that
'Cause,
didn't cringe
like-
at that. I saw people making fun of that, and we watched it in nothing, no reaction out of
No,
us
because
we know
here's the
that's what
problem. I
Stranger
feel
Things
like
is.
that show is kind of dropping at the worst possible time because we also have It Welcome to Derry right now.
People
and
are
It
saying
Welcome
that's
to
better than
Derry-
Stranger Things. No,
It-
it's not.
It is though.
Do you
better
even
than-
know what happens in Stranger Things episode, the finale before part 2? The end of volume 1. Do you even know what the
No.
last episode is? God, if you see it, Josh, you're gonna fucking.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll
Okay.
watch it.
And then we can compare that.
I'll
and
watch
Derry.
it for Steve. I'll watch it for Steve.
Yeah, well, you filmed it, so.
Or should we do a whole podcast on it after?
Did you watch Stranger Things?
No.
What are y'all doing?
I'm saying we'll watch it and then do a pod on
Let's
it.
do it. I'm seeing the finale in the theater. If you want to come with me and my family, get a seat. I'll send you the tickets if you want to come watch it with us.
Send me the
in
tickets,
theater.
bro.
I will. Come watch it with us, dude. But you got to catch up. You don't want to be that guy that's like, what's happening?
See, but I feel like
What's
we
that?
kind
You're in the theater like, cringe.
Yeah, but I feel like
Cringe dialogue.
That one's going to my cringe compilation.
I feel like we kind of glazed over what I just said though.
Oh, Noni.
Wait, I don't even remember what
No,
you said.
I would love to hear it real quick. When he said Chuck, you know what it reminded me of? Do you remember Chuck Norris Ultimate Showdown?
This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny.
Ascended Chuck Norris down from the dude. You showed me that.
I'm lost.
Me and
So
Juggy
it was like a
love you for that.
2000s,
Can I cut that? I think I should cut that.
like
What?
a 2000s Newgrounds animation that was like,
Why would you cut a moment of us being fun and happy?
Okay, I'm not cutting anything.
you know,
Joy sucker.
I'm leaving all this shit in, all the racist stuff too.
Thank you for showing me that, dude.
Godzilla was walking around Tokyo City like a big playground, and suddenly Batman
burst from his shade and hit Godzilla with the back of the head. Godzilla with the under attack, threw Batman away with the bat attack, and he ran out of bullets and he ran away. Then Optimus Prime could save the day. Hey, this is the ultimate showdown. Join us
of
of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and
and
explosions. As hardly as I can see, we all like to suck mommy's milk.
Whoa! Nope.
We all of us.
Nope.
Including you.
No, I was bottle fed.
You said you're not cutting.
He's,
anything.
dude, he's gaslighting everybody.
Dude, stop.
I was bottle fed. Never
He's
sucked
getting-
on a titty.
Speaking of Back to the
Wait,
Future.
really?
Yeah, I was bottle
Are you
fed.
dead serious? You never like
That's
sucked
why
on
you're
your
all
own
fucked
wife's
up.
titties?
Yeah, I was bottle fed.
You didn't get the proper nutrients.
Nope. I got just
That's why he's like this.
Similac.
Is it too late for you?
Yeah, it's too late.
You got to do it as a kid to get the proper.
Nana?
What?
She doesn't watch this.
See, that's actually my favorite of his humor. Oh, that was a good one.
No, but hold on. You kind of glazed over this whole idea.
No, go
In
on.
Back
That
to
was
the
rude.
Future, the song.
No, the time travels.
Wait,
I-
no, we
Back to
didn't
the
glaze
Future has
over that.
hella
I
flaws.
explained that.
What's
No,
new?
you didn't explain it. You went into like a different idea.
It's
But-
the same idea.
But it's not. So the idea is that the song is in a time loop. It only exists in a time loop. Nobody created it.
Yeah, Josh said it's not paradoxical.
No,
No.
it's not a paradox. I'm saying is a paradox is something that can't be like rationally described. The song is described as being created in a time loop. So the time loop itself is what created the song.
right. That's paradoxical.
Is it?
It is because so what essentially what we're saying is a textbook example of a paradox because the song doesn't exist without Marty McFly going back in time to play it, but also he can't know it if the people never invented the song.
But they
Right.
invented it because he played it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a paradox. It's
I heard Back to the Future has a lot of flaws.
you know no
Like,
any time travel has flaws.
I don't like time travel. I think it's lazy.
Don't you love the fact that they acknowledged it in Endgame, where they're like, where he's like,
Oh,
Are you
oh, great.
are you only talking about time travel in the sense of, did you get all your time travel knowledge from Back to the Future?
Yeah.
And he's like,
As far as
No,
whole
because that's what their workaround is. The alternate universe is basically when something happens that diverges the timeline, it creates an alternate universe where that did happen, as opposed to affecting the universe where that never happened.
do you think there's alternate universes?
in real life.
In real life?
Absolutely not. But there is. I haven't.
Do you think we're in a simulation?
Dude, quantum physics is crazy. If you look up quantum physics, like what they've discovered, that is so
We gotta do a
weird.
smart word count.
I
for
can't
Josh.
I can't the research that they have in quantum physics literally makes me question everything. I don't like even thinking.
I hate the word quantum because
Because
Ant-Man
it's
and
like-
quantum whatever suck.
Well, it's like and even in is it Endgame or no, it's in Ant-Man where he goes, "Do you guys just add quantum to everything you
That's
say?
hilarious.
That makes it like a thing." He's like,
I
"Oh,
like that.
quantum, whatever." Dead air.
Josh,
At dinner video on Instagram. At dinner video on Instagram.
I don't like that. That's why I don't like Endgame. I freaking can't stand the time travel aspect. Boring, lazy ass filmmaking.
Infinity War was so goated, like just seeing that level of stakes.
Hey, so again, I know we've been 6 months into this. This is episode 15, but we're still running into problems that we couldn't anticipate. We had some issues with our audio equipment. We're recording on Audacity, and for whatever reason, it fucking glitched on us, and it had an issue. So, as much as we made an attempt, which I will show that here.
I don't mind the idea of. Let's see. I don't mind the idea of like what you're describing, where you're like,
Holy
oh.
shit, it's not recording.
"Oh, press record."
You sure? Is it not gonna? You should save that.
Hold on. Are you that real?
Yeah, dude, it's not recording. Dude, it didn't get any of our. I mean, he can use the camera audio on these parts, but that's kind of ass.
That's an hour and 9.
Are you sure it's not recording? That doesn't really make any sense if we hit record.
Don't press anything, Noni. Josh, you should come look at it before you.
No, it just did something weird. I pressed record and it minimized the window.
Maybe.
You can see there's an obvious point that I mentioned a minute ago where we lost the actual good audio. And so then I just kind of took it with the shitty audio to the point where I was like, all right, this is it, right? Boom. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. We had a lot of fun. There was probably about 2 hours worth of drunker stuff that maybe got a little out of hand. So it's okay that we are going to X that out. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you got this far in the video, which I doubt you did, but if you did, please help us out. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Be part of our fucking journey. Till next time, Zion and Anthony podcast, featuring Josh Edwards.